So the next section is about offtake prices. Again, as an exercise of data collection, and here we do something that is pretty straightforward, to be honest, but it just takes some capacity and data infrastructure to process it. We are looking at an underlying data set that covers 200 individual offtakes. Over the past 2 months, our team have basically gone through all the public information available, as well as speak to some of the partners that we work with to understand what's happening on offtakes that are not publicly disclosed. So we have a tracker of 200 individual offtakes, and this is most relevant for buyers looking in the forward market. And I should emphasize that a lot of the developers and the buyers that we work with actually say the spot prices don't mean too much to them. And the reason is that the median or the average project that's active on the spot market is systematically different from what they're seeing on the forward market or what they want to do on the forward market. And so having an available data set on these offtakes will give you a closer comparison base, perhaps, if your project finds a kind of similar comparison in this dashboard. So we have 200 offtakes. It covers 200 million tons of delivery through 2035. We are looking at durable CDR as well as nature-based projects. In the first few years of the market, it's mostly durable CDR, but then we've seen much more nature-based projects in terms of volumes. And then we also identify individual suppliers and buyers in this offtake market, so that if you are a project developer, you could quickly identify who are the most relevant buyers for you. And if you're a buyer, you could quickly identify who are the most relevant suppliers for you. We update this every fortnight using both public and private sources. Without further ado, I would turn to the demo of this particular tool. So now I was looking at the prices dashboard. Now I'm on the offtakes dashboard, as you can see. Over here, you can see a few filters. You can filter all the information by project type, project location, the supplier, and the purchaser, as well as announcement date, because I think there are some of the project types that evolved quite quickly, and you might just want to look at offtakes that were signed in the last 12 months or 24 months. So scrolling down, I'll take you through what's in it. So we look at 200 offtakes in the last 4 years. On the left, you see a table of the median price, which is a good starting point for people who are new to the offtake market. But as of any median price or average price, it masks a substantial variation, which you can see on the right. So every single bubble here represents an individual offtake where we know the price. For example, if you are looking for offtakes around ARR, I'll be going around the first row. And each individual circle just indicates an offtake. So for example, I'm hovering around the circle that indicates Shopify-Pachama deal at $75 announced last year, and it's an agreed volume of 45,000 tons. And so every single bubble here indicates an offtake, and you could easily see the spread of prices. And of course, prices do vary because of different reasons. Sometimes it might be due to the cost structure of the project. It might be due to the willingness to pay given the project's characteristics. Scrolling down further, we see a table of all the major buyers and sellers that's captured by this database. Just clicking through on Microsoft, of course, as the largest buyer in the offtakes market, you can see every single individual offtake that has been signed with Microsoft. So looking at the volumes, the project type, and the suppliers. And you could equally see the sort of supplier landscape and double click on any individual supplier to see what buyers they've been working with. Scrolling down further, we could look at the volumes that are agreed by quarter, and further down, volumes agreed by delivery date. And finally, for durable CDR or tech CDR, we have also some insights around the planned capacity of these projects. And finally, there is, of course, the full database available to any user. Currently, it's sorted by an announcement date, so you can see some of the offtakes that we track. I should emphasize that this dashboard focuses on the largest buyers. Of course, if there is a buyer that is signing an offtake for 10 tons, we might not actually add that to the tracker. But this is probably the most material database on offtakes out there.